Oh man, Sean Diddy's alleged list of accomplices is set to be revealed soon, and the names are sure to shock you, according to his attorney. New bombshell details have surfaced on Joe Rogan's podcast, and they could blow the lid off a massive Hollywood scandal. Rogan didn't hold back, calling on Diddy to expose the powerful Hollywood elites tied to the illegal activities he's been caught up in. Is this the tip of the iceberg? Could these elites have had a bigger hand in these crimes than we ever imagined? Stick around as we dig deeper into Rogan's revelations and uncover the arrest warrants swirling around some of Hollywood's biggest names. This could be the start of a shocking downfall in Tinseltown that no one saw coming. Joe Rogan hinted that Diddy might expose Hollywood's elite in a scandal bigger than Epstein's. In a bombshell episode of Joe Rogan's podcast, guest Israel Adner Drew made shocking comparisons between Sean, Diddy, Combs and Jeffrey Epstein, questioning whether Diddy was in cahoots with Epstein or if it was just a similar type of operation. Drew suggested that they were friends, igniting speculation that the music mogul may soon expose Hollywood's dark secrets. Rogan didn't mince words, suggesting that Diddy could start naming names to save himself, potentially taking down some of the industry's biggest players. With serious allegations looming over Diddy, Rogan sees this as a moment where the music icon might sing, blowing the lid off Hollywood's underground. Unlike Epstein, who took his secrets to the grave, Diddy might be the wild card ready to shatter the silence. Rogan warned that those who attended Diddy's infamous parties should be very worried, as the pressure intensifies. Months before Diddy's arrest, Rogan discussed with comedian Andrew Schulz how FBI raids on Diddy's properties may have been a strategic move by powerful elites to protect their interests, not just to target Diddy. When the feds rolled up, it wasn't about Diddy, it was about whether there were tapes of powerful people there. Some believe the raids were more about hiding incriminating evidence that could tie these Hollywood power players to Diddy's illegal activities, adding more fuel to the fire. Rogan even dropped names like Prince Harry, hinting at how far Diddy's reach could extend. With Hollywood's most notorious secrets possibly on the brink of being exposed, the question remains, could this be the biggest scandal since Epstein? Buckle up, the truth may be closer than we think. Clive Davis, the mentor behind Diddy's rise and fall, is another key figure. Clive Davis, the legendary music mogul behind stars like Whitney Houston, is also the man who played a pivotal role in launching Diddy's career as one of the most powerful figures in the music industry. Davis helped Diddy build Bad Boy Records from the ground up, earning him status as a music icon for years. Diddy sang Davis's praises, crediting him for believing in his vision when no one else did. Their bond seemed unbreakable until recently. But now, with Diddy's mounting legal troubles, questions have surfaced about the darker side of their mentor-student relationship. Jaguar Wright, a vocal critic in the music industry, has alleged that Davis was not only Diddy's guiding hand in business but may have also influenced his criminal behavior. Claims Diddy's current situation isn't just about him but is a reflection of those who shaped him early in his career, including Davis. Adding to the mystery, when Diddy was recently arrested, Clive Davis shockingly claimed to not know who Diddy was, distancing himself from the man he once publicly celebrated. Could there be more to this story than meets the eye? Jermaine Dupri, Diddy's loyal defender amid the scandal, has been a longtime friend and collaborator of Diddy. The pair ruled the charts together in the 90s and early 2000s and were often seen partying and celebrating their success. So when Diddy's house was raided earlier this year, Dupri was one of the first to leap to his defense. Despite the seriousness of the accusations against Diddy, Dupri downplayed the situation, calling the raid unnecessary and overhyped. He pointed out that people of Diddy's wealth and stature often face legal challenges and didn't think anything would come of it. However, Dupri's defense of Diddy sparked backlash online, with many questioning why he would stand by his friend amid such damning allegations. Interestingly, Baywa, another artist closely linked to Dupri, recently lamented the loss of Diddy's legendary parties, sparking even more rumors about what really went on behind closed doors. Dr. Dre, with his long and complicated friendship with Diddy, has shared numerous professional moments and personal celebrations with him. But a major rift in 2014 tested their bond when actor Tyrese Gibson leaked details of Dre's massive $3.2 billion Beats deal with Apple in a drunken Facebook video. Diddy was one of the first to alert Dre's business partner Jimmy Iovine, and the slip-up cost Dre $200 million, leading to a brief fallout between the two. Despite this setback, Dre and Diddy mended their relationship, and in 2022, they were spotted in the studio together, reigniting their collaborative energy. However, as Diddy's legal woes deepen, Dre has chosen to remain silent, especially as he faces his own legal issues. To add more fuel to the fire, an old interview of Dre discussing an explicit tape he made has resurfaced, sparking renewed interest in the murky pasts of some of Hollywood's most powerful figures. With Suge Knight stirring the pot by claiming Dre and Diddy were part of a secret society, it seems there's no shortage of drama in their circle as Diddy's empire teeters on the edge. Could this be the moment when Hollywood's biggest names finally fall? Stay tuned, because the Real story might just be getting started. Russell Simmons, a controversial mentor for Diddy, co-founded Definite Jam Recordings and launched the careers of some of hip-hop's biggest stars. Beyond music, he's known for his fashion lines like Fat Farm and Argyle Culture. Diddy sees Simmons as a mentor, and they've been spotted together at exclusive parties, including a memorable bash in July 2000 with Jennifer Lopez and others. In May 2024, Simmons jumped to Diddy's defense when the FBI raided his home. While many criticized Diddy, Simmons went live on Instagram to voice his concerns about how quickly people turn against others. He emphasized the wrongness of celebrating someone's downfall, especially someone who's helped so many throughout their career. However, Simmons has his own legal troubles, with multiple women accusing him of misconduct since. In 2017, while he denied these allegations, they severely tarnished his public image. By 2024, Simmons was living in Bali, Indonesia, a place without an extradition treaty with the US, likely trying to avoid legal consequences. Yet even there, he received a court summons from the US for defamation linked to one of his accusers, Drew Dixon. The timing is striking, as it coincides with Diddy facing serious allegations. Many in hip-hop suspect that Simmons' influence on Diddy wasn't all positive. Diddy's former bodyguard claims that Simmons and other industry figures, like Andre Harrell and Clive Davis, shaped Diddy's behavior. The bodyguard suggested that being surrounded by these questionable influences may have led Diddy to believe he could act without repercussions. He also noted witnessing changes in Diddy's demeanor while with Simmons, raising concerns that Simmons' mentorship may have contributed to Diddy's problematic behavior. Diddy's relationship with Anna Wintour has been pivotal in cementing his status in the fashion world. Since their first meeting, Diddy has viewed Wintour as a guiding light in his fashion endeavors. Her support opened doors for him, including features in Vogue, which boosted his credibility as a designer. Wintour and her fashion insights even made appearances on Diddy's 2010 album Last Train to Paris. While there's no indication that Wintour is connected to the allegations against Diddy, her role in elevating him in fashion circles has come under scrutiny as Diddy's legal troubles escalate. Wintour faces pressure to clarify her connection to him. So far, she has remained silent amid the controversies, particularly during Paris Fashion Week, where discussions about Diddy have reached a fever pitch. Reports suggest she's trying to distance herself from the situation and is frustrated about being pulled into it. Jay-Z, a powerhouse in the music industry, has been a steadfast friend to Diddy since the early 90s. Both rose from the vibrant New York rap scene, and their friendship has always been a blend of personal and professional ties. They collaborated on tracks early in their careers, notably on Diddy's debut album No Way Out, navigating their own controversies together while supporting one another through thick and thin. As their careers skyrocketed, so did their camaraderie. They celebrated milestones together, including DJ Khaled's Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony in 2022. However, with Diddy now facing serious allegations, Jay-Z has opted for radio silence, refraining from commenting publicly on the situation. Recently, footage of Diddy reacting emotionally to the prospect of a life sentence has gone viral, leaving fans stunned. This raw display of vulnerability highlights the complexity of his journey and raises questions about what such a drastic outcome would mean for his legacy in the music industry. On October 10, 2024, a federal judge in New York set May 5, 2025, as the trial date for Diddy. This trial marks a pivotal moment in what has become a sensational case. Currently in custody, Diddy faces serious charges, including trafficking and misconduct. The decision to set the trial date follows a series of pre-trial hearings where Diddy responded to these grave accusations. The allegations against him are extensive and disturbing. According to an indictment released in September 2024, Diddy is accused of orchestrating a criminal enterprise that exploited women for his gratification. Some acts allegedly took place at events he called freak-offs, where participants were reportedly pressured or coerced into inappropriate activities. The charges indicate that Diddy used his power and wealth to maintain control over his victims with a network that helped him recruit and. Leading up to the trial, Diddy's lawyers have worked tirelessly to undermine the prosecution's case, filing motions for bail that have all been denied due to concerns he could tamper with witnesses or flee. They also accuse the government of leaking sensitive case details to the media, which they claim jeopardizes Diddy's right to a fair trial. As the trial date approaches, the legal battle is expected to heat up. Prosecutors are preparing a robust case, including testimonies from alleged victims and a wealth of documentary evidence. Meanwhile, Diddy's team is set to challenge the credibility of these witnesses and the reliability of the evidence presented. Throughout this ordeal, Diddy has maintained his innocence. If convicted on all charges, he could face a lengthy prison sentence. With the trial now on the horizon and the legal proceedings gaining momentum, the music world holds its breath. What kind of consequences will Diddy face if found guilty? Will this be the moment that shatters his career and freedom? The possible sentence and its heavy consequences are stark. Let's break down what Diddy could be facing if he's found guilty. The reality is that he could end up spending the rest of his life behind bars. The charges he faces come with a minimum sentence of 15 years, but life imprisonment isn't off the table, highlighting how serious these allegations are. Federal law doesn't mess around with exploitation and misconduct cases, placing Diddy in a perilous situation. The prosecution believes Diddy orchestrated these activities with the help of associates. The misconduct allegations complicate matters further, suggesting Diddy was part of a criminal organization designed to carry out illegal acts while covering their tracks. Together, these charges depict a well-organized operation, making it more likely Diddy could face a lengthy prison sentence if convicted. Legal experts are closely monitoring this case, with many believing that the charges could indeed lead to a conviction, given federal prosecutors' solid track record in similar cases. Prosecutors are set to present compelling evidence, including testimonies from alleged victims, surveillance footage, and electronic records. This evidence will be tough for Diddy to counter, making a conviction a real possibility. While the law mandates a minimum of 15 years for trafficking-related crimes, Diddy could be looking at a much harsher sentence. Legal analysts note that while life sentences are typically reserved for the most egregious offenses, the nature of these allegations, especially regarding manipulation and misconduct, could justify such a punishment. Prosecutors will likely aim to prove that Diddy's actions were not isolated incidents but part of a systematic scheme. If they succeed, he could face life in prison, reflecting the gravity of his alleged actions. Beyond prison time, a guilty verdict would devastate Diddy, essentially marking the end of his illustrious career. He's built a massive empire in the music industry, but these charges could bring everything crashing down. This case would also serve as a powerful warning to others in entertainment that exploitative behavior comes with severe repercussions. Will these charges truly signal the end of Diddy's empire, or is there still hope for his legal team to turn the tide? What strategies will they employ to counter the overwhelming evidence stacked against him? Stay tuned as we dive into the tactics his lawyers are preparing for this intense legal showdown. Diddy's defense team is working to challenge the serious charges against him. They claim the government has been leaking sensitive information to the media, arguing that this has tarnished Diddy's reputation and hindered his chances for a fair trial. Recently, they requested an evidential hearing to investigate these leaks, alleging that confidential grand jury material has been disclosed to sabotage Diddy's defense. Diddy's lawyers, Mark Agnifilo and Tenny Gagos, assert this is a smear campaign by the government. They claim the leaks have generated damaging pre-trial publicity, making it nearly impossible for Diddy to secure a fair trial. In court filings, they've asked the judge to prevent further evidence from being shared with the media and to suppress any already leaked information. This shows how Diddy's defense is attempting to shift focus and undermine the prosecution's credibility. Diddy's legal team remains confident, asserting his innocence and outlining their strategy to combat the charges. In one court filing, his lawyer stated, "Mr. Combs is presumed innocent. He traveled to New York to surrender because he knew he was going to be indicted. He took extraordinary steps to demonstrate that he intended to face and contest the charges, not flee. Diddy's cooperation is cited as proof of his innocence, with his team emphasizing his willingness to confront the allegations. Claiming that the government's portrayal of him as a flight risk and a threat to witnesses is unfounded, Agnifilo confidently declared in a public statement, "We are confident that when all the evidence is presented, Mr. Combs will be exonerated. The truth will come out and we will fight vigorously to ensure that justice is served." His lawyers are determined to counter what they see as an unjust narrative crafted by the government. Diddy's defense strategy showcases a complex battle against serious allegations, but what's next as he faces the harsh reality of potential incarceration? How will these challenging conditions impact his fight for justice? Let's delve into his current situation and the hurdles he faces. Behind bars, Diddy, the newest inmate on the block, Diddy Combs, is currently being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn, a facility infamous for its dire conditions. Since his arrest on serious charges, Diddy has joined the ranks of around 1,200 detainees, including high-profile inmates like R. Kelly and Sam Bankman-Fried, further enhancing MDC's notorious reputation. Conditions at MDC have long been criticized by former inmates and legal representatives. Diddy's lawyers highlight the overcrowding, poor medical care, and dangerous environment with inadequate ventilation. The building becomes sweltering in summer and freezing in winter. Altercations between inmates are common, sometimes leading to serious injuries or even deaths. These troubling reports have fueled Diddy's legal team's push for his release from such harsh conditions while awaiting trial. Upon arrival, Diddy was placed under close watch, a standard procedure for high-profile inmates. Guards monitor him constantly, documenting his every move on camera. However, this level of surveillance comes with harsh realities, round-the-clock bright lights and minimal access to personal items. Although his lawyers express concern about the toll on his mental health, they insist he remains focused on preparing his defense. Life in prison is a far cry from the luxury Diddy once enjoyed. Now, he faces the unappetizing standard prison fare, which his lawyers describe as basic and often unappealing. His daily routine follows a strict schedule, with set times for meals, showering, and laundry. Breakfast might include fruit, cereal, and coffee, while lunch could feature scrambled eggs or chicken wraps. Dinner options are no better, think chili mac or Salisbury steak. Weekends offer cheese pizza with spinach as a modest treat. He can buy additional food from the commissary, though the options are limited. Choices like Vita cheese and white tuna are available, but they don't compare to the gourmet meals Diddy is used to. Life in MDC is a daily struggle marked by strict routines, including a 6 a.m. wake-up and showers every other day. Many former inmates describe the food quality as dismal, with some meals deemed nearly inedible. Despite the discomforts, Diddy retains some basic privileges, like 300 minutes of phone calls a month and monitored email access, though messages are text-only. Visiting hours are limited, and visitors must undergo background checks. The flashy designer clothes Diddy once wore are replaced by standard prison uniforms, 2 jumpsuits, 3 pairs of socks, and used undergarments. The dehumanizing aspect of life at MDC includes frequent strip searches, where inmates are required to remove all clothing while guards thoroughly inspect them, adding to the stark contrast between Diddy's former life of fame and wealth and his current harsh reality. This loss of control over his surroundings could lead to deep emotional struggles for someone like Diddy, who is accustomed to living life on his own. New footage sparks controversy, Diddy, Obama, and Kamala Harris in the spotlight. New footage allegedly showing Diddy, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris in a bizarre satanic ritual has gone viral, igniting fierce debates and wild conspiracy theories online. With these high-profile figures at the center of the storm, people are desperate to uncover the truth. Is it an elaborate hoax or something more sinister? How will this viral sensation impact the reputations of Diddy, Obama, and Harris? Let's dive into the chaotic frenzy surrounding this footage. In May 2024, a photo of Diddy with Obama stirred social media, gaining traction following federal agents' raids on Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami amid an ongoing investigation into alleged trafficking. Users quickly connected the viral image to Diddy's legal troubles, with one post claiming, "The media doesn't want you to see this, so you know what to do." This sparked a flood of reactions on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. While the image spread rapidly, no evidence links Obama to Diddy's accusations. Still, its timing fueled speculation, especially since Diddy has previously been photographed with other notable figures, including Donald Trump. Although there's no definitive proof of the authenticity of the 2024 image, it's notable that Diddy has supported Obama publicly in the past, like in a 2017 post celebrating their friendship. This background suggests the latest image may indeed be real, but it doesn't imply wrongdoing on Obama's part. Another intriguing photo of Diddy with Kamala Harris has raised eyebrows. Are they merely acquaintances, or has Harris attended Diddy's parties with him? Under intense scrutiny, what does this friendship mean for their reputations and the circles they move in? Complicating matters, former President Donald Trump shared a digitally altered image on Truth Social falsely linking Harris to Diddy. The modified photo swapped Diddy's face into a 2001 image of Harris with Montel Williams, misleadingly suggesting connections between Harris and Diddy's troubling allegations, including freak-offs. This isn't the first time Trump has faced accusations of using deceptive tactics during the 2024 election. He recently shared AI-generated images of Taylor Swift endorsing him, inciting backlash from her fans, and spread another fake image of Harris at a fictional communist event. Though the doctored image of Harris and Diddy was deleted, it backfired, sparking viral posts of Trump with Diddy. Comedians like Jimmy Kimmel seized on the irony of Trump attempting to discredit Harris while cozying up to Diddy. This incident also highlights broader issues of disinformation targeting the Harris-Warren ticket. Microsoft reported that Russian-backed campaigns are using deepfake technology to undermine Harris's candidacy, a tactic echoed by some of Trump's supporters. Notably, Elon Musk, a Trump backer, shared a manipulated video distorting Harris's voice to spread falsehoods. Trump's pattern of using doctored media for political attacks, from false claims about immigrants to misleading celebrity images, has drawn heavy criticism. Despite his own legal challenges, Trump continues to dominate headlines, making misinformation and pressing concern in the 2024 election. Amid all this, chilling allegations about Diddy hosting satanic ritual parties have emerged. Survivors like Allison Carter have come forward describing these gatherings as disturbing events involving not just adults but also children. What kind of atmosphere did these parties create, and why are these claims surfacing now? How will these revelations affect Diddy's reputation in the entertainment industry at large? Let's take a closer look, unveiling the dark truth, Diddy's notorious white parties. Allison Carter, courageous survivor of child trafficking, has come forward with shocking allegations about Diddy's infamous white parties. In a series of compelling videos shared on social media, Allison Carter said, "I never thought we'd see the day when Diddy would get arrested. I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy." Carter described these gatherings not just as wild parties, but as disturbing events involving what she called satanic rituals. Her powerful words have ignited significant conversations online, shedding light on the often overlooked plight of child victims. Her testimony seeks to expose the dark reality behind these events, where children were allegedly exploited. The response to Carter's revelations has been overwhelming, with supporters rallying around her. One Twitter user praised her, writing, "Ally Carter dropping truth bombs." She talks about the troubling atmosphere at Diddy's parties and names several celebrities, including Oprah. This is a powerful testimony. It's time to focus on the children. Such reactions emphasized the urgency of her message and the importance of raising awareness about survivors like her. Reflecting on Diddy's recent legal troubles, Carter admitted her surprise. "I never thought it would happen," she shared, highlighting the gravity of the situation. After gaining media attention in 2020, her life took a downturn. She and her family lost their home and faced significant challenges trying to rebuild. Carter's journey hasn't been easy. She has attempted to take legal action against Riverside County Child Protective Services, claiming they played a role in her trafficking, but says her evidence has been ignored. This experience has fostered deep distrust within her, especially regarding support systems meant to help survivors. She warned other survivors to be cautious of certain hotlines, suggesting they may not be as reliable as they seem. Any money involved in these situations was blood money, whether used to silence people or not, she asserted, emphasizing her need for genuine support from everyday individuals rather than financial assistance from larger entities. Could Joe Rogan be on to something with his speculation on Diddy? Comment below, let's hear your thoughts. Remember to hit the like button and smash the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Be sure to turn on the notification bell to be notified of our latest uploads.